Hello, 9th standard Cbse children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. I hope you are doing well and I hope you have understood the lesson so far. You are able to follow it up. Is it not? Today we are going to do video number 15, continuation of our lesson chapter 13. Why do we fall ill? Part 3. Today. And this portion of video session includes pages 182 and 83 as means of spread and tissue specific or organ specific. What does it mean? Means of spread. When a person is suffering from any diseases, we say in what way the pathogens are entering the body. Yeah, whether it is as what to say, it is as virus, bacteria, or any other vector, is it not? And also we say it is as droplets of the person who gets infected by the pathogen. So it is said this is causing microbes can spread through air. This occurs through the little droplets thrown out by infected person who sneezes or cough. Is it not? Same way, it may be a waterborne disease as water, contaminated water when a person is consuming. Pathogens are chances for pathogens to enter the body. I hope you understand. So here in our textbook, it said about common cold when it spreads. When we are in a crowd of people, a person may have any diseases so that can spread through air, common cold children. Now we are in lockdown, coronavirus. So when a person is coughing or sneezing or even one-to-one contact, when they are through their mouth, when they speak, chances for these viruses to enter. That is why we are kept under lockdown and we are asked to follow certain norms as wearing mask and washing our hands then and there by sanitizing. Yeah. So that is a means of spread. So it may be as air, water or through vector. Right? Water, it occurs through contaminated water. Right? And also it may be through sexual contact where it is a sexual transmitted disease. Right? So we say in our textbook common methods of transmission of diseases. It is said it may be direct or indirect. Right? And it is maybe as communicable diseases. I hope you understand. This is means of spread. We are continuing this video. Whereas organ specific, say for example, a person suffering from typhoid, it affects the body metabolism, having high fever, is it not? Same time when a person is having TB, he or she affected by lungs, continuous cough, chronic condition, continuous coughing, leading the disturbance or infection of the lungs. And nowadays we come across another condition, pneumonia, respiratory disease, respiratory discomfort. That is nowadays the corona person when he is suffering from respiratory problem, then immediately he has to attend to it, is it not? So that is means tissue specific or organ specific. So when the pathogen is attacking a person, the pathogen may attack a specific tissue. It may be tissues in the for example, common cold the epithelial lining layer. Mucus whereas organ specific jaundice it affects the liver. Yeah. Pneumonia it affects the lungs. Brain fever it will affect the brain. Like that, they are organ specific. I hope you are following. So this is the content of this video where we will continue further. I hope you understand. So with today we are doing video number 15, chapter 13, why do we fall ill, part 3. Right? Now continuation of this video, we may get the same picture. Maybe the video number different, that you don't worry. Ignore. This is our video number 15. I hope you can follow. So we will just continue this video 15. I repeat, chapter 13, why do we fall ill, part 3. Okay, we'll continue. Hello, 9th standard Cbse children. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Today we are going to continue the lesson, chapter 13, why do we fall ill, as part 4. Right? As I said earlier, it is a lengthy lesson, so I have divided into different parts. Right? So this lesson, why do we fall ill, we are going to learn in video number 11. Already we have learned video 8, it's just introduction, video 9 and 10 with the continuation of the lesson. Sharia? Now what have we learned so far? We have learned so far as health definition. Health is a state of well-being as physical, emotional, psychological, mental and social well-being. That is definition for health. Otherwise, normally in short we say health is wealth. Sharia? And if that health, if you are not maintaining, we suffer from some discomfort, that is disease. As I said earlier, is na comfort, disease discomfort. Right? That we have learnt under the heading health and its failure, the significance of health. How do we maintain the health condition? As we have to take balanced diet with the components of food as carbohydrate, protein, fats and vitamins. I hope you could follow this. All of them should be needed in a, required in a right proportion. Anything should not be in excess or it should not be under low level. So it has to be taken in a right proportion, that is in the balanced diet. Okay. The next we have learnt as personal and community issues both matter for health. What does it mean? We should maintain our good health, and it is also depending on community issues. Community issues, na, it is mainly with reference to physical environment. Again, what does it mean? If it rains heavily, if a monsoon season, so if it rains heavily, we should protect ourselves. We should protect ourselves. Yeah. So, andha madri we have to keep our health in good condition. I hope you are able to follow this. So here, this health as community issue, in our example, if no accumulation of garbage, accumulation of garbage, it has to be disposed properly. That accumulation of garbage should be disposed properly. That is the main issue. If it is not so, we have to report to the municipal authorities. If it is a village municipal authority or panchayat, town municipal authority or panchayat, city na corporation, metro na adu corporation, we have to inform. That is this method of disposing. Right? Then there is a distinction between health and disease free. That is, health na namakku we should be free from diseases. Free from disease na we are maintaining normal health. At the same time, we say we are free from diseases. We don't know whether we have diseases or not. But if our health is functioning normally without any discomfort, that is normal health. சரியா? So that is distinction between healthy and disease free. I hope you are able to follow this. Then disease and its causes. Causes la நம்ம நிறைய படிச்சிருக்கோம். As causative agents, symptoms, and preventive measures. And the causative agent with which part of the body it is attacking. Otherwise, it is said tissue or cell organ specific where it is attacking. அதுதான் நம்ம வந்து படிச்சோம். It is as another airborne diseases by bacteria and virus, waterborne diseases by bacteria and virus, and vector-borne diseases. அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம வந்து tabular column வச்சு படிச்சிருக்கோம். That we will do it. That we should remember. சரியா? And then we have learned as infectious and non-infectious agents as communicable and non-communicable diseases. Communicable and non-communicable diseases. As the name says, communicable diseases will spread from one person to other through directly or indirectly, or through air, water, and vector. Whereas non-communicable disease, it will not spread to others. It is by birth or inherent means of attacking the getting the diseases as non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. I hope you could follow this. Now we'll continue the lesson. It is communicability of diseases. என்னெல்லாம் இப்பதானே சொன்னேன். As virus, bacteria, fungi, unicellular organism, here it is paramecium, and multicellular animal, it is worm. I repeat, as viruses, some bacteria, some fungi, இது வந்து bread mold, rhizopus சொல்லுவோம்ல அது, and then some unicellular animal as amoeba causing amoebiasis, and plasmodium causing malaria. It is a secondary pathogen. And then the multicellular animal, it is worm. Worms as tapeworm and roundworm. Tapeworm normally attacking the children, and the roundworm also will attack. Otherwise, even adult can be attacked by infected by the worms. So here the representation, mode of spread and transmission of diseases. Mode of spread, the means of spread. Okay. Now here it is airborne, waterborne, foodborne, physical contact, blood to blood contact, and vector-borne diseases. I repeat, airborne, waterborne, foodborne, physical contact, blood to blood contact, and vector-borne diseases. Now here, direct mode of transmission, blood to blood contact, or direct physical contact. Direct physical contact, இப்போ இதெல்லாம் allowed கிடையாது. Direct kissing and touching the போடுறது. And then when droplets, when a person is coughing or sneezing, the droplets will spread to another person passively through air. So it is droplets that is given. And then vertical, the person when it is possible, then infected needle. If they used, the needle should be thrown. Use and throw needle should be utilized. That is infected needle. I hope you could follow this. Then indirect mode of transmission as vectors, contaminated air and water, and food. Contaminated air, water, and food. Vectors, they are also called carriers, carrying the diseases. And contaminated water, person drinking any uncleaned water with any worms or germs in it. Same way with the contaminated food. So these two figures represents direct and indirect mode of transmission. So what is given? Communicability of diseases. Infectious diseases are communicable diseases. They are caused by external factors like pathogenic organisms, what are all? Bacteria, virus, vectors, parasites invading the body and causing diseases. Invading, attacking, it is entering into. Example, influenza, tuberculosis, chickenpox, cholera, pneumonia, malaria. I repeat, influenza, tuberculosis, chickenpox, cholera, pneumonia, malaria. Whereas non-infectious diseases are non-communicable diseases. They are caused by internal factors like malfunctioning of organs, genetic causes, hormonal imbalance, and immune system defect. Example, diabetes, coronary heart diseases. Coronary heart diseases, the heart supplied with the blood vessels and heart muscles itself supplied with the artery and vein. They are called coronary heart diseases. If they are disturbed, blocked, that is called coronary heart diseases. Obesity, cancer, and goiter. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is communicability of diseases. Otherwise, we have it as means of spread. In our textbook, it is given as means of spread. How do infectious diseases spread? நான் full படிக்கல, just the content மட்டும் brief பண்றேன். சரியா? Many microbial agents can commonly move from an affected person to someone else in a variety of ways. So they are communicable. Such disease-causing microbe can spread through the air. This occurs through the little droplets thrown out by an infected person. The figure direct mode of transmission. Infected person who sneezes or cough. Someone standing close by can breathe in these droplets and microbes get a chance to start a new infection. I hope you are following. Examples are such disease spread through air are common cold, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. Influenza, tuberculosis, chickenpox, common cold, pneumonia. I hope you could follow this. So அதே மாதிரி நம்ம இதுல வந்து ஒரு figure இருக்கு அடுத்த presentationல காட்டுறேன் how it is spread. Then diseases can also be spread through the water, that is waterborne diseases. This occurs if the excreta from someone suffering from infectious gut disease such as cholera get mixed with the drinking water and people living in used by the people living nearby. Okay, so the cholera causing microbe will enter through new host that water they drink and cause the diseases. I hope you are able to follow. அதே மாதிரி blood to blood வந்து example AIDS, physical contact வந்து இந்த droplets, cough, cold, sneezing and இதெல்லாம் சரியா. And blood to blood வந்து example AIDS disease, HIV சொல்றோம்ல, human immunodeficiency virus. அது வந்து blood to blood contact. I hope you could understand this. The next one, it is point of entry and place of infection. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? When a pathogen or disease causing germ, when they are entering the body, அது எங்க வேணா போகும் சொல்ல முடியாது. It is called point of entry and place of infection. For example, mosquito causing malaria. First it bites the person and that pathogen will enter into the bloodstream and then it is reaching the liver. I hope you are following. So and the liver when it is reaching the plasmodium it starts multiplying causing malaria. அப்ப இதுல ஒரு இது இருக்கு, எங்க அட்டாக் பண்ணணுமோ அங்கதான் அட்டாக் பண்ணும். Suppose same way when we have food poisoning நாக்க மூக்குல ஒண்ணும் பண்ணாது, வயித்த வலிக்கும், diarrhea இருக்கும், dysentery வரும் இல்லையா? அந்த மாதிரி it is organ specific. எந்த organ attack பண்றதோ that is called tissue specific or organ specific. அதுதான் point of entry and place of infection. சரியா? இப்ப பாரு, the disease causing microbes enter the body through different means. An infection develops when these pathogens enter the human body through contaminated air, water, food, soil, physical contact, sexual contact, and through infected animals. I hope you are able to follow this. The disease causing microbes enter the body through different means, and an infection develops when these pathogens enter the human body through contaminated water, uncleaned, contaminated air, water, food, soil, physical contact, sexual contact, and through infected animals. They may be organ specific or tissue specific within our body where microbes reside. Normally, any worms இருந்தாலே அது வந்து digestion தான் affect பண்ணும், digestive system தான் affect பண்ணும். Any viruses தான் அது வந்து எந்த part of they are tissue specific or organ specific. Okay, so many microbial agents are commonly moved from an affected person to someone else in variety of ways. And they can be communicated, so they are called communicable diseases. Example, such disease causing microbe can spread through air. This occurs through little droplets thrown out by an infected person who sneezes or cough. Previous person irumarthu and someone standing close by can breathe in these droplets and microbes get a chance to get a new infection. So example of such diseases spread through the air are common cold, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. Common cold, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. Okay, so this is point of entry. I hope you are able to follow this. Then the disease causing next one, means of spread as infectious diseases. இப்ப பார்த்தோம்ல அதான் என்னலாம் through air. Infectious diseases spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, vector, physical contact, and sexual contact. Through air, common cold, tuberculosis, pneumonia. Through water, cholera, amoebic dysentery. And through vectors, as mosquito malaria, dengue fever, and yellow fever. I repeat, through vectors carrier of the disease. They are called vector. Mosquitoes will carry the pathogen Plasmodium for causing malaria. Same way, dengue, Aedes aegypti will carry the pathogen for dengue fever. சரியா? அதே மாதிரி தான் mosquitoes malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever. Then flies, house flies, typhoid, tuberculosis, flies any insects, normal house fly. Typhoid, tuberculosis, diarrhea, dysentery. Flies typhoid, tuberculosis, diarrhea, and dysentery. I hope you could follow this. Then through sexual contact, they are called, they are called sexually transmitted diseases as syphilis, AIDS. AIDS virus can also spread through blood transfusion and from mother to her child during pregnancy and through breastfeeding. I hope you are able to follow. Syphilis ne kelvipattadu kediyadu. AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome caused by HIV, human deficiency virus. I hope you are following. So this is means of spread. அதே மாதிரி இந்த picture பாருங்க. First, air transmitted diseases are easier to catch. இந்த ஒரு ஆள் தும்மறான், சாரி இருமறான், அது எவ்வளவு தூரம் droplets பறக்கிறது பாரு, ஏர்ல பறக்கிறது. அதான் small droplets evaporate to droplets nuclei in this zone. இந்த இது போட்டு பத்தியா, இந்த மாதிரி இந்த பலூன் மாதிரி இந்த லைன் ரிங்கா அந்த ஜோனுக்குள்ள அவன் தும்மறது, இந்த தும்மறது இருமறது எல்லாம் அதுக்குள்ள போய் அது அப்படியே ஏர்ல விடுறது. Droplet nuclei carried in air currents for minutes to hours. அது வந்து மினிட்ஸ்ல இருந்து ஹவர்ஸ் வரைக்கும் அது வந்து பறக்கும். இட் வில் பி ஸ்ப்ரெட்டிங். சரியா? அது வந்து நம்ம புக்லயே இருக்கு, அது கிளியர் பிக்சர் பார்த்துக்கோ. சேம் வே காமன் மெத்தட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டிரான்ஸ்மிஷன் ஆஃப் டிசீசஸ்னு போட்டிருப்பாரு. ஒன்று வந்து இன்ஃபெக்ஷன், அது வந்து sexual contact, sorry, direct contact, and then through flies, and then through rabid animal na sorry, dog வந்து rabies இருக்கும் இல்லையா, rabies virus, அது வந்து dog வந்து rabies spread பண்ணும், rabies virus. And then mosquito and insects வந்து malaria and malaria, dengue fever and yellow fever. அது நம்ம படிச்சோம் இல்லையா, அதை பற்றி கொடுத்துருக்கு. சரியா? தென் இது வந்து நம்ம டெக்ஸ்ட் புக்ல பேஜ் 183ல இருக்கு, that you can refer to. Then these tissues இப்ப சொன்னேன் இல்லையா, they are organ specific and tissue specific. என்னது? The disease causing microbes enter the body by different means and goes to different organs and tissues. எப்படி? Microbes which enters through nose are likely to go to the lungs, respiratory passage இல்லையா. So microbes which enters through the nose are likely to go to the lungs. Example வந்து bacteria which cause tuberculosis. Microbes which enter through the mouth are likely to stay in the gut. Gut na digestive tract. Gut வந்து digestive tract. அது வந்து bacteria which causes typhoid. Salmonella typhi சொல்லுங்களே, causative agent Salmonella typhi. Bacteria causing typhoid. Or liver is affected which is causing jaundice. Hepatitis virus சொல்லுங்களே. So liver is affected causing jaundice. I hope you could follow this. So first வந்து through air ங்கிறது lungs affect பண்ணுது, nose வழியா lungs affect பண்ணுது. Through mouth ங்கிறது first it is affecting the digestive system, gut வந்து digestive system, and then it is causing bacteria causing the disease typhoid. The bacterial agent is called Salmonella typhi. And liver, it is hepatitis virus causing jaundice. Jaundice when there is excess secretion of bilirubin and biliverdin, that causes jaundice. I hope you are able to follow. So bilirubin and biliverdin, they are liver content, bile juice content of bile juice. சரியா? And then viruses which cause AIDS enter the body through sexual organs during sexual contact and spread through lymph to all parts of the body and damages the immune system. Another one, virus which causes Japanese encephalitis, that is called brain fever. Encephalitis na, and the brain membrane, as brain is covered by 3 membrane, as we know that brain is present inside the cranium or skull, and it is protecting the brain. At the same time, brain is formed of covered by 3 membrane, outer dura mater, inner pia mater, and middle arachnoid membrane. when they are getting affected, accumulation of certain fluid, that is called brain fever. And it enters the body through mosquito bite and goes and gets the and infects the brain. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is organ specific and tissue specific. It may be through the tissue or the organ. I hope you are able to follow this. So here another one what is given in my textbook, page 184. Page 184 per another one, HIV that comes into the body via sexual organ will spread to lymph node. Lymph node na, in our body circulatory system, blood is circulated. Along with that, there is another circulation called lymphatic circulation, where lymph is circulated. When this lymph node is affected, the HIV virus on the lymph node affect பண்றது சரியா. So the HIV that comes into the body via sexual organ will spread to lymph node all over the body. Same way, malaria causing microbe entering through mosquito bite will go to the liver. இதெல்லாம் organ specific. Okay. And then to RBC. The virus causing Japanese encephalitis or brain fever will similarly enter through mosquito bite. So we say the disease causing germs can enter the body. So it can be as tissue specific or organ specific. Okay. The next one, the diseases we understand two terms. One is sign, another one symptom. This you should know. Sign and symptom. So the sign and symptom of a disease thus depend on the tissue or organ which microbe targets. Attack pandradha targeting. So if the lungs are the target, then the symptom will be cough and breathlessness. If lungs are affect pandradhuna, the symptom enadunaka, it is cough and breathlessness. Breathlessness na moochu vida mudiyama poradhu. If the liver is targeted, then there will be jaundice, organ specific. If the brain is the target, we will observe headache, vomiting, fit or unconsciousness. And then we can imagine what symptom and sign of an infection will be. We know the target tissue or organ is and the functions that are carried out by this tissue or organ. I hope you are able to follow this. So this is tissue specific or organ specific. Okay. So in addition to this tissue specific effect of infectious disease, there will be other common effect also. Common effects depend on the fact that body's immune system is activated in response to infection. Our body's immune system is activated in response to infection. As an active immune system recruits many cells to the affected tissue to kill off the disease causing tissue. This recruitment process is inflammation. Normal immune system and the render active immune system and passive immune system. When it is directly getting affected, it is active immune system, and slowly when it is passive immune system. So as a part of this process, there are local effects such as swelling and pain, and general effects such as fever. இதெல்லாம் immune system affect பண்றது. So in some cases, tissue specificity of the infection leads to very general seeming effect. Another HIV virus goes into immune system and damage the function. Actually, it affects the lymphocytes. Lymphocytes na WBC la ஒரு part. WBC la they are as granulocytes and agranulocytes. and the A granulocytes one is lymphocyte. So HIV first affect paninale, it is entering into lymphocytes. Okay, so HIV infection, the virus goes to the immune system and damages its function. Thus, many of the effects of HIV AIDS are because of the body and can no longer fight off the minor infection that we face every day. I hope you are following. Yeah? So instead, even a small cold, common cold can become a pneumonia. So once the immune system disturbs, the common cold is concerned with the respiration. So common cold may lead to pneumonia, or any gut infection can produce major diarrhea with the blood loss. Okay, so ultimately it is these other infection that it kills the people suffering from HIV AIDS. Slowly the AIDS இது ஒரு slow killer disease. I hope you are following. So it is also important to remember that severity of the disease manifestation depend upon the number of microbes in the body. Normally, cells they will multiply faster. Viruses will multiply faster. Whereas bacteria ஒரே ஒரு bacterium தான் affect பண்ணும். சரியா? So here if the number of microbes is very small, the disease manifestation may be minor or unnoticed. நமக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது நமக்கு இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு disease இருக்கு அப்படின்னுட்டு. Okay, so if the number of microbe is very small, the disease manifestation may be minor or unnoticed. If it is the same microbe is large, then the disease can be severe enough to be life-threatening. The immune system is a major factor that determines the number of microbes surviving in our body. I hope you are following. So this is for another tissue specific and organ specific. Tissue specific and organ specific. I hope you are following. The next one, it is about the sign and symptom. என்ன சொல்றது? Sign and symptom of a disease will thus depend on the tissue or organ which microbe targets. As if the lungs are the target organ, then symptom will be cough and breathlessness. If the liver is affected with the jaundice and then brain is the target, will observe headache, vomiting, fit and unconsciousness. So enna paathirukom, lungs target organ that will lead to cough and breathlessness, liver naka jaundice, brain naka headache, vomiting and unconsciousness. And we can imagine what symptom and signs of an infection will be if we know that target tissue or organ is and the function is what they are carried out by this tissue organ. That's the previous explanation. I hope you are able to follow this. So you should know the definition for sign and symptoms. Okay. The next one, principles of prevention. இது actually நம்ம next video ல continue பண்ண போறோம். Just a brief மட்டும் பண்றேன். Principles of infection. Principles of prevention. There are two ways of preventing infectious diseases, as general way and specific way. General way ennaga, public hygiene is most important for prevention of infectious diseases. Public hygiene is important. Proper and sufficient food for everyone will make people healthy to resist infection. And airborne diseases can be prevented by living in conditions that are not crowded. Waterborne disease can be prevented providing safe drinking water. Clean drinking water should be taken. Vector-borne disease providing clean environment. I hope you could follow this. Actually, the principle of prevention on the next video continue. Then the specific ways to prevent infectious diseases: immunization by taking vaccine. Vaccines provide immunity infectious diseases like tetanus, diphtheria, whooping cough, measles, polio, etc. Immunization. And our body has an immune system which fights microbial infection. When this system first sees an infectious microbe, it kills the microbe. Antigen antibody next is and so if the microbe enters the body the next time, that responds more vigorously. So vaccines minimize the infectious microbe, mimic the infectious microbe, and it strengthens our immune system and protects our body from infectious diseases. I hope you are able to follow this. So far in this lesson, why do we fall? Why do we fall ill? We have a different heading starting from health, its definition, and then diseases, its causes. The disease causes நம்ம bookல tabல column இல்லை, ஆனா நான் in the presentation நிறைய சொல்லிருக்கேன். That presentation you should learn as and presentation as என்னெல்லாம் சொல்லிருக்கேன், causative agent, symptoms, tissue or organ it affects, and prevention, treatment and prevention. அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம படிச்சிருக்கோம். And then if infectious and non-infectious agents as communicable and non-communicable diseases. I hope you are able to follow this. So in the communicable and non-communicable diseases, again another as airborne virus and bacteria, airborne diseases, waterborne diseases by virus and bacteria, and then vector-borne disease by insects and flies. என்னெல்லாம் படிச்சோம்? Malaria, dengue fever and yellow fever. I hope you remember that. இந்த மாதிரி உனக்கு இதை கண்டிப்பா நீ படிச்சுக்கலாம். I hope you understand. And then about you should know the definition or meaning for sign and symptom. அது நான் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்டா கேட்பேன். Sign and symptom, right? And then it is means of spread, as I said, airborne, waterborne and vector-borne disease, and also it is through direct or indirect contact. அதுவும் இதுல நல்ல clear explanation இருக்கு, that you can go through as direct and indirect mode of transmission. I hope you could follow this. And then as what is it? Tissue specific and organ specific. எல்லா infectious agents எல்லா organ affect பண்ணாது. They are tissue specific or host specific or organ specific. I hope you are able to follow this. And then we said about principles of treatment நம்ம அடுத்தது படிக்க போறோம். That we will discuss in the next video. சரியா? So means of spread சொல்லியாச்சு. அதுல page 183ல அந்த ரெண்டு ஃபிகரும் 13.2 13.3 ஃபிகரும் clear-ஆ இருக்கு. How it is spreading, that we will go through. I hope you are following. So here this is part 4ல படிச்சுக்கோம். Just ஒரு brief பண்ணிடுறேன். Health is a state of physical, mental and social well-being. Health of an individual is dependent upon his or her physical surrounding and his or her economic status. Diseases are classified as acute and chronic depending on their duration, and disease may be due to infectious or non-infectious causes, and infectious agents belong to different categories of organism and may be unicellular, microscopic or multicellular. And category to which disease causing organism belongs to the type of treatment. Infectious agents are spread through air, water, physical contact or vectors. Are it clear? Then prevention of disease is more desirable than its successful treatment. And infectious disease can be prevented by public health hygiene measures and to reduce exposure to infectious agents. I hope you are able to follow this. Sorry? So in the lesson important and then the diseases general what are all you could collect additional information. நம்ம art integration சொல்றோம்ல நான் இந்த ரெண்டு it's 8th and 9th வீடியோல சொல்லிருக்கேன். You should collect information about person suffering from near your neighbor or family members or anybody suffering from any diseases. You should know whether it is bacterial, viral or vector-borne diseases. That causative agent, typhoid causative agent, and then Salmonella typhi and picture collect பண்ணி அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு activity ready பண்ணிக்கோ. I hope you are able to follow this. The activity நான் சொல்ல பண்ணிக்கோ அப்புறம் last minuteல rush up பண்ணாதே. Now you have enough time to complete the art integration activity. சரியா? So we will continue in the next video session. Thank you.